Hello everyone, Joanne Rodriguez here. I'm glad to be back and I wanted to share something really powerful with you today. It's all about creating from the inside out, tapping into that authentic power that we all have inside of us and being able to create from that space. And so what this means is that most people are used to finding things outside of themselves, that as long as something outside of themselves changes, whether it's maybe a relationship, someone starts being nicer to them, or maybe it's a job opportunity, maybe someone at work that was bothering them leaves, and then that creates some sort of joy within them. And so that is allowing external circumstances to dictate how you're going to feel inside. So, what I'm talking about, authentic power and creating from the inside out, means being able to tap into that authentic creative joy that you have inside of you to make things happen rather than filling your day with so much activity in order to make things happen. And so, let's see an example. Let's say you wanted to create a new opportunity, that the job that you're at, you no longer find satisfying. And so you want to create a new job opportunity. And so you're looking and you're doing all this other activity, posting your resume, filling out applications, and it just feels like there's nothing moving through, right? But in the meantime, you're still stuck at this place, this job that you're already working at, and all you can focus on is how much you don't like it and how much you want to get out of there and how great it will be once you find another job. So what this creates inside of you is resistance. And when we experience resistance, it's like creating this invisible wall around us, which does not allow any new opportunities to come forward. So that will create, this feeling of I'm pushing against a wall, like why isn't this happening? Because the reality is that we are vibrational beings. And so if you're constantly focusing on what the negative parts of the things that you don't like about your work right now, about your work environment, and you're constantly complaining, that creates a ripple effect. And it's just like you're continuing to attract more of what you don't like. So in order to move yourself out of that space and get yourself into this expansive openness where you're ready to receive something new, a new opportunity, a new work opportunity, something amazing. Maybe it's a promotion, who knows? But in order to get to that space, the key is to have gratitude, to focus on something that you're really grateful for. And this is a practice that you can begin to train your mind, step by step, because we are so used to focusing on everything that is wrong. We're so used to going into the thing that needs fixing because we're problem solvers. It's not a bad thing, but the mind is a tool for solving problems. And so if we see a problem immediately, we want to fix it. So that's why it just goes to what's wrong. So we need to train our minds to focus on what's working well. So I know this is counterintuitive, but you got to focus on what is working well. So let's say you're at your current job right now, and maybe you are grateful for just one little thing. Maybe it's the fact that you're able to get off with enough time that you can pick up your child from school. Or maybe it's that you can be home to spend some quality time in the evenings with your partner, with your children, with yourself. I mean, depending on where you're at in life, so just find one thing that you are grateful for and just focus on that one thing. And it doesn't have to be made up, like really, genuinely, what is one thing that I'm grateful for, that I do enjoy, that I do appreciate? Maybe it's the paycheck that I receive from this job. Maybe with the paycheck that I receive, I'm able to pay for my expenses and I have a place to live. So it's something very simple and genuine and authentic to you that you are grateful for. And just begin to focus on that. And from that one thing, maybe it grows into two things, and then let it expand. Maybe it's three things. And so one of the ways that I have trained myself to focus on gratitude, on what is working well in my life rather than what is not working well, is I started a gratitude journal. So every morning, and most mornings, I mean, sometimes, it does slip away, and maybe I'll be out and about and I start my day early enough to where I maybe had spent a night at a friend's house, and so I don't have my journal with me. But for the most part, I do keep this as a practice where each morning I wake up, I write down 3 things that I am grateful for. And this is so important, especially on those mornings that I am just not feeling like I want to get out of bed. Like I just want to stay in bed, stay in the warmth of my blanket, not really do anything. But I get up, and maybe I'm just grateful for the sun being out in that moment. Maybe I'm grateful for this cup of coffee that I could have. Or maybe I'm grateful for my legs, that I can move them and have them take me places. So that, again, something so simple that you can be grateful for, but this begins to train your mind, and it begins to create neurons, patterns in your brain, to where it's like building a bridge of gratitude. And the more you do it, the more it's just like it becomes solidified, to where it will be more automatic for you to go to the gratitude part, focusing on what's working in your life rather than on what's not working. And so that is a great place to to begin to tap into that creative power that you have inside. Because when you feel gratitude, there's this expansion that happens where you just allow whatever is ready to come to you to just come without any effort, and with just total ease and grace. You just allow it to show up, without having to push so hard and do so much. So it's really about how you're being with yourself, how you're relating to the entire situation. So again, my name is Joanne, and I hope this was helpful. Let me know if it is. Try it out for yourself. Experiment with it. See, after doing it maybe for a whole week, let me know how it goes with you. All right. Comment below, and look forward to the next time. Bye-bye.